Is it all your fault? What do I mean? Let's find out. Hi, hope you're well. Sorry about yesterday. Lots of technical issues and I couldn't manage to get things working properly because I've got a live stream going on at the moment with basically a 13-hour live stream of a training course which I did a year and a half ago roughly. It was a 10-day boot camp on home business marketing, and I've got that live stream at the moment as a sort of a free gift, free to you guys. So if you haven't seen it already, go and check it out. It's on my channel. Link will be somewhere. And it's very obvious it's live. And yeah, I don't really expect you to sit there for 13.5 hours, but you know, hopefully you'll get some value from some of it. And if you did, yeah, leave a comment, let me know. Normally I charge about $500 for that, but I'm sort of streaming it free today, and maybe tomorrow as well, just to kind of give a bit of a give back in advance of my new course coming out, which will be super cheap, I just want to add. But,
many unbearable hours later.
Is it really all your fault? What am I talking about? Well, it's with the up and down kind of like mental world that my head is. I kind of obviously go up and down in moods and stuff like that. And today's a bit of I suppose a pensive day, just thinking about stuff. And it's often, I think, when you take some time to think about stuff and to kind of maybe overly think potentially in my world, but I've sort of been thinking about, you know, things in life and that kind of deep stuff. And ultimately everything we do in our life and everything that sort of happens is down to us. You know, we kind of either attract that from a sort of a law of attraction perspective, or we make things happen. It's basically one of those two. But either way, you're involved in what happens to you. Now, so from a law of attraction perspective, you know, if you're kind of always upbeat and having this kind of an abundant mindset and really kind of happy and helping and all that good stuff, you'll generally find that good things come to you. Things are in the right place at the right time. Jobs or friends or relationships, but things kind of, all good things sort of happen, you know, without sort of, let's say much of an effort, because that's sort of person you are. You're giving out this positive energy to the universe, and naturally you get what you are. You kind of attract what you are, and so you get this kind of positive stuff coming back to you. Likewise, on the other side, if you're permanently kind of,
worries me, life sucks, you know, I'm a victim of life, you know, nothing really good ever happens to me, you know, this is my lot,
and all that kind of stuff, generally you'll find that will be your life, because that will just continue, because you'll be attracting more of that into your life. You could say it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, however you want to, you know, look at it, but because you're like that, that's what you attract. And so on it goes. And that's why, oh, good things never happen to me. No, because you're not attracting good things by the way you are. That's on one side of it, why that, you could say, you know, is our fault. It's, you know, it's our responsibility. But the other side of it is also, if you sort of expand that a bit bigger with regard to sort of people as well, people and relationships and that sort of thing, you know, whether it's romantic relationships or friend relationships, that whole kind of aspect is also completely in our control. That again may seem a bit, well, how can I, or how can you kind of control what other people are doing, good and bad, to you? Well, it literally comes down to the same thing. It's, you know, how you are as a person, and the energy that you're giving out to the universe, and these people being in the universe, they're picking up on this, whether it's subconscious or conscious, and that sort of energy that's given out will therefore have an effect on other people and therefore how they treat you. So the difficulty in this situation is I suppose the implication then that anything that bad happens to you is something you've attracted, and to a degree that is true. good and bad, and that's where it gets problematic and sometimes can get quite offensive if you're saying this to someone. And so, you know, don't hate on me too much. It comes down to that sort of that energy you're giving out. And if it's all, you know, upbeat and positive and in the right way, abundance and caring and love and all the right things, then you're going to be rewarded with the right things. Whereas if you are kind of down and angry and bitter and then you'll generally find that's the sort of thing that ends up in your life. And I'm kind of going to leave that point at that before I basically piss off everyone in the world. You kind of get my idea. So how people treat you is also down to you, and whether it's directly because of how you treat them or whether, you know, it's a subconscious thing, but it's that energy that you are living in. Sometimes we don't take a time to just stop and think and kind of look inside about how and who we actually are, or what energy is perhaps being picked up on by other people. And it's easy to kind of just go through life and not think about that because I'm too busy and stuff like that. But I honestly, you know, recommend just sort of taking some time out. I'm not talking about a week and a nice spa. I'm just talking about 10 minutes or something, and just sort of sit quietly and just think. Again, overwhelming message in every single video is you've got to be 100% honest with yourself. You really do. If you're just going to sit there and yourself, there's no point in doing it. But literally sit there, and you may not like what you come up with. You may not like the answer, but it's better to, you know the answer truthfully, not like it, and then be able to do something about it, rather than just sort of and come up, everything's wonderful, but actually it's not, and then you carry on with the same kind of problem. So yeah, take that time out, just sit down quietly, you know, whether it's meditation or not, you know, it's up to you. But just sort of think about, you know, how you think about life. How do you go through life? What is your, I suppose, attitude to life, and what is your attitude to your life, and how do you sort of rate your life? How do you think your life is? You know, is it good, bad, and all the things that are happening to you at this point, good and bad, whether that's sort of problems at work or good things at work, problems in relationship or good things, you know, all the sort of various aspects of your life that are kind of going on. Just have a little quick think and examine them and think about, you know, how are you, not say dealing with them, but how are you reacting to them? Are you accepting that and then just sort of going, oh well, this is what it is, my life, that's how life is for me, I'm going to get on with it because I just have to? Or are you going, well, I don't like this situation now, but I could do something about this. Or if I don't know what I could do about it, I want to find out how I can do something about it because I don't like this. And those two things are very, very almost opposite. There's the one of, I don't like my life, but I'm going to complain about it, but not do or make any effort to do anything about it. Or I don't like my life, I want to do something about it. I might not know, but I want to find out and do something about it. This is the positive one, this is the negative one. And being blunt, I'll get off the potty. If you're not happy with something, change it or shut the fuck up. Don't whine on about something and bitch and moan and complain constantly about various things. Or when someone asks you about something, you're like, oh, well, why? If you don't like something, you're not happy with it, change it. And it's not down to money or anything like that. It's you, how you perceive that thing. And that is having a huge effect on your life, your perception of reality, because reality is perception, but your interpretation of what's going on, how you then deal with that from an emotional perspective and thoughts, etc., basically is your life. And so if there's something here you don't like, you don't have to put up with it. There are always options. Some may be incredibly expensive, some may be free, but there are options, and some options you might not like, some options you might like, but it's not only that. There are always options. So many people just go, oh, this is my lot, doing something else that's not for people like me, a classic quote, or, you know, that's my life, you know, I've just got to get on with it. No, Why are you accepting this substandard life? Why? Yeah, really? And if you've got kids, and this is something I'm very, very aware of, if you've got kids, what kind of example are you setting to them if you're just accepting this life and all the crap that's going on? Really, seriously, how much of an example to your kids is that? And, you know, if you don't have kids, like friends or friends' kids or just other people in general, how much of an example is that? Just I've got this crappy situation, I'm constantly broke, whatever it may be, but you're just continuing with it because
it's just what it is.
You could change. You could easily change. And yes, this side might take a bit more effort to do this. It's going to take more effort. Anything worth it will always take effort. And as I see it, you know, having that option to change and sort of going down this road, and whatever that route ends up being, it's away from doing the stuff you don't like and don't want, that's not serving you well, and that's not giving you a good life that you want or that you deserve. So ultimately, to wrap this all up, is it all your fault? Yes, it is. Everything that happens in your life is 100% your fault for various aspects of that, but it all comes down to you. You have 100% control of what happens in your life, good and bad. And so, don't put up with crap, take charge of it, make a change, and just realise that even if it could be some crappy thing going on, there's always options to do something better, different, more kind of that you enjoy, whatever it may be. But there are options. Don't settle. That's all I've got time for today. It's very, perhaps deep, but again, I wanted to kind of get that off my chest because it pisses me off, people who just settle. And maybe that is a fault of mine, fair enough, but it's difficult to take. Hope you got some value from this. If you did, as always, that like button till it's nice and blue. Please subscribe if you haven't, because I do appreciate it and love getting that support to carry this on. And comment below if you've had to think about what don't you like about your life and why aren't you making a change? You know, is it because you just
accept it,
or what's holding you back? I'd love to hear, so let me know below. And for now, I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thanks again for watching, guys. I really, really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so down here, and check out my other video down here. And remember, live your best life and profit from that passion. See you next time. Bye-bye.